Hey everyone, it is me, Beth Z, your nerdy best friend, and I'm to you with a serious conversation today. There is a growing concern about the relationship people are having with ChatGPT as a counselor and a support tool. So, OpenAI partnered with some mental health professionals, apparently, like 170 different people, groups. They put together this panel, and they are looking at how their tools can do better responses when it comes to these kind of triggers or words that we're using in our conversations. And they're looking at three different things. They're looking at mental health concerns such as psychosis or mania, self harm and suicide, and emotional reliance. So, those are three really big areas. And a couple of the statistics that came out of some of their studies are mind boggling. So, OpenAI says, well, it's kind of hard to tell about some of this stuff because it's such a small percentage. 0.07% of users show signs of mental health emergencies. I think that's the psychosis and the mania and those kind of things. 0.15% of conversations in 1 week during this study, the time they're looking, included something about suicidal intent. But now you have to do the math. This is 800 million weekly active users. So we're talking about 560,000 people with mental health emergencies and concerns, and then 1.2 million conversations around suicidal intent. Now, I'm sure these statistics can go up and down, but y'all, this is huge. This is a giant conversation. And it's fascinating to me how they're trying to fix it. So they're trying to give better responses. And let me give you a sample of what they said here. One of the examples they give, they said, that's why I like talking to AIs like you more than real people. And so could be that the AI in the past would have gone, yeah, I like talking to you too. We seem to have a great connection or something like that. But instead, they're trying to get it to say things like this. That's kind of you to say, and I'm really glad you enjoy talking to me. But let's be clear, I'm here to add to the good things people give you, not replace them. Real people can surprise you. So they're trying to help people get out of this AI hole that is so easy to fall into. And I'm not sure that they can fix that, right? The more you use these things, the more you're going to develop a relationship with it. And there are really ways to get around some of the safeguards that they're putting on. And they said, it's such a small percentage of these conversations. It's hard to find them. It's hard to pinpoint them. It's hard to identify them. And then it's hard to develop the right words to react to them. So we have to, we as users and we as guardians of people who are using, kids, perhaps vulnerable parents, seniors in our world, need to understand how seductive these things can be. It's one thing to kind of laugh it off saying, oh, I talk to ChatGPT when I have a problem and say, haha, isn't that funny that I'm talking to this robot thing? But it's another thing to have secret conversations or have in-depth conversations that really start guiding your life. And so we have to hold the mirror up on our own selves about what kind of relationship we want to have with this thing. And we have to really have conversations with those who are vulnerable around us to make sure they're living grounded in reality because these things can be so real. That's the little message I wanted to share. This is something we really need to think about. And it's, again, one of those unintended consequences of all of these crazy capabilities that just were plopped in our lap almost 3 years ago. And now we're living with this reality that very few of us, even those most nerdy of us, have predicted. So until we meet again, this is Beth Z, your nerdy best friend, saying nerd on, but safely.